Hello and good afternoon, my friends out there in Facebook land. I decided I have got to keep doing my videos, or I don't know. I need to keep doing them. And so I switched over from Facebook to this light is very bright. This halo light, so it's hard for me to not squint. Anyway, so anyway, I'm gonna try to do these on Wednesdays. I am uploading them like I had done my videos. I need to do another 100 videos in 100 days, just because when you do them, you get really good at it. Anybody who wants to, like, I don't know, who's working on, I don't know, whatever, self-esteem or working on issues or whatever. Hey, Harold. Oh my, nice to see you, my friend. Anyway, 100 videos in 100 days really brings out a lot of your inner self. So I'm trying to do them every Wednesday on here, but I need to get on YouTube and start doing more on my YouTube channel. I've been following this guy he always says raising your vibrations, which I really like. I've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of inner development stuff lately, which we talked about that. Like when I did the 100 videos, it was pretty awesome. Like we went through this whole where I was going to start doing 21-day challenge. We went through these whole steps of how to move forward, right? Building a foundation. I know professional development was one of them. There was like 4, and I don't know what happened. Like, so I got to get back to it. So I've got to get back to it because for some weird reason, I always do better when I'm doing my videos. I don't know. I don't know if when I was born, I had this weird thing about talking through things. My dad always said that he would bring men, not men, not strange men he worked with over because they liked listening to me talk, because from a pretty young age I always had a really large vocabulary. And it's funny because I have a granddaughter she's been talking. I mean, you just can't believe what she's, let's see, I think she's 8 now, but from a young age, like she would just say these big words and you'd be going, what? Anyway, I'm back. So today what I'm talking about, I am going to do some bodybuilding updates. And I just did pickleball, Harold. You probably saw. So I have some updates about that. And then kind of moving forward, what I've been working on in my own life. This is pretty interesting. And my real estate career, which has been interesting as well. So on that note, what's happening with bodybuilding? Well, like you guys, I think I've talked about it already. I'm doing pickleball 4 days a week and bodybuilding 2 days a week. But I noticed Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay, 2 things I've noticed. One thing is I now have injuries from pickleball. Because when I was bodybuilding, my shoulders ached a little bit, whatever. But now I have a bad shoulder, and it is my pickleball arm, right? I have a bad shoulder. Instead of just up here, it's like down here as well. Now, it hasn't prevented me from playing pickleball 4 days a week. So the other injury I have is a groin injury that is just not healing. It is so annoying. And it kind of is in my back buttocks area too. I don't know how that's connected, but and no, it's not because I'm getting old. Because I've been I'm like, what is happening? What's happening? Like, after I did the pickleball tournament lasted, it was Friday. So I did single women, a women's team on Friday. Ended up 2 wins, 2 losses. We didn't place, but it was super fun. Um, and and they went to, instead of 11, a score of 11, they went to 15. It seemed exhausting. Like Friday, I had a lot of energy. I did really super good, except for the 2 games we got slammed on. But as part of learning, right? For the mixed doubles on Saturday, I did not do very well at all. And mind you, I've been into steady pickleball for about 4 months now, and I moved up from a 3.0 to a 3.5. I kind of have a feeling that some of these people that were in the tournament were playing more of a 4.0, which a lot of the players do play down. And I could have played to a 3.0 and, I don't know, maybe placed a little better, but it was worth it. But long story short, Saturday we had 6 games. We won 1 and lost 5. And I don't feel good about my playing. I felt bad for my partner. I don't know. I can't even tell you what happened. I seemed super tired though. So I don't know. Now I don't usually eat. Maybe I should have brought a sugar-free Red Bull that day. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but that's when I got my injury in right here. That's my groin injury was already there. It just inflames it. I didn't take ibuprofen, which I should have. Now I just ordered. I usually take a leave because I get migraines once in a while, so I take a leave for migraines. I ordered some ibuprofen to see if possibly the ibuprofen would help alleviate the swelling more. I've been icing it. I don't know. I told myself after the tournament that I was going to not play for a month so that at least my groin injury, this one seems to be healing pretty well, but that injury just is not healing. I'm stretching more. Bodybuilding is good for it because you're building up the muscles around it, but I don't know. You guys. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So anyway, that's what's happening. So bodybuilding. I believe that I'm getting much weaker than I was. When I was doing 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, and I was stretching a lot. I stretched, and it's so weird because I was also doing vitamins every day. Now I'm not doing that. I also was eating what I should be eating on a regular basis. Now I have been hungry and wanting to overeat. I've had to force myself into a fasted state this week because I keep wanting to gain weight. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. So, could it be the weather? I don't. So I feel like it's been a crazy February / beginning of March for Havasu. I don't remember when we grew up in Eagle Mountain if this time of year we had the kind of windy, and now there's snow on the mountain tips around us, you guys, but we had hail. What the hell I put on here? HAIL. When I was down at the real estate office, it hailed like crazy just out of the blue. I was in the office, thank goodness, but it was crazy. We've had crazy weather this year. Our pickleball tournament, that's another thing. So it was pretty high winds. I'm going to say 15-mile-an-hour winds, maybe 20-mile-an-hour gust while we were playing. So it was just not my best play I've ever done. So, what happened? Well, I didn't take a month off. I was back at it on Monday. Now, I didn't play. Today's Wednesday, I think. Is today Wednesday? I think it is, you guys. What did I do? Oh, yes, I did play. Okay, so here in Havasu, we have three different places. Besides, there's people in the city that has their own pickleball courts, right? Harold, you know about that. You have people that you know that have pickleball courts. So we have the Aquatic Center, the Arc Center, our two inside courts. Hey, Pam. Hey, my friend. Oh, you're getting plummeted in snow. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad I'm not in it. We did get snow on our mountaintops here, and we had a bunch of hail and rain, like bucket loads. But I think we might be getting close to done now. And it's supposed to it's supposed to be clearing up. So I did play today. I'm talking about our pickleball where we play. We have two places, the Aquatic Center. I'm sick of it. Oh, that's why I moved, Pam. And I know a great realtor in Havasu if you need property down here in Arizona, by the way. I'm glad I'm not in it. I kept telling myself, like, every year, I kept saying, okay, Kathy, this year you're going to go skiing. This year you're going to go cross-country skiing. This year you're going to take your dog hiking. I never did. So I said, you know what? I have to go somewhere where I'll at least go outside for the day. And here I am. I played indoor pickleball. It's called the Arc Center. It's just this building they converted into a pickleball. Well, they use it at some kind of church, and they use the floor for different things. They have pickleball on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a Tuesday for women. And so I went and did that today. When I said I wasn't going to pickleball for a month, I was lying. Tomorrow I will bodybuild again, and then Friday and Saturday are supposed to be really good pickleball days. So I guess I'm still playing on my injury. Anyway. And so Saturday I decided after the tournament, there's a couple things I'm going to do to get better at pickleball because my precision is off. So if you're a tennis player, you're pretty precise at getting it up over the net and getting your serves in and staying in the court. And pickleball is a slow game, so you have to not belt it. Now, I was racquetball, and I just belt for the longest time. I just belted out. I'm getting better, but I'm still not super precise. So I need to do drills. And so Saturday I have an appointment with a gentleman here that does our pickleball. I don't know if he's a pro, but he's an instructor. And I'm going to take in some instruction to see if maybe he can tell me some things that I'm not doing. It's funny too, because there's one thing I do that's kind of funny. It's kind of, I remember, it's weird because when I was in basketball, I had some weird twerks, some weird things I would do, and people are like, how'd you do that? Same thing in pickleball. So this one is a backhand. So somebody hits it to this side, and you got to play a lot to get fast at it. That's just the way it is. Play faster players, all those things. So sometimes they'll hit to this side, and when I can't reach it, I'll turn around and flip it back like this with my hand. And if I watch, I'll make it over the net. And it usually throws people off because they're like going, she's never going to make that. And when I do, they miss it. They're like, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I did have a guy instructing me going, yeah, I don't know why you do that, but that's not really, you need to develop your backhand. And he's like, do this. And it's because I'm not fast enough at it yet. So, I just have to keep working on it. There's also what they call mini singles. and regular skinny singles, those two things. And it's where you're just using half of the court, and the mini singles you're doing, so you switch off. You use half of one side of the court. You got to keep it all in one side of the court. The other one you angle and keep it in just a smaller perimeter, right? So if you can imagine, instead of the whole court in doubles, you're playing singles, you're playing half the court. So I feel like, and I'm going to do some round robins, which are like sort of like a tournament thing. The end of the month I'll do one, and you got to keep it in the squares. So I feel like it would make me more precise. So anyway, I'm doing those two things to try and improve my game, because it was sort of embarrassing how I did at the tournament. But it's all about partners, you know. We play together, but not all the time. Like, the best partners are couples that play all the time together and they just have it down. You know, they just have it down. But it's like anything, right? It's like anything. Golf, right, Pam and Harold? It's like bowling. It's like softball. It's like anything. You have to get down to the precision on the game. And when I start messing up, because I do mess up, I need to be your partner. Oh, that'd be fun. In pickleball? Oh, that'd be fun. Anyway, I think, are you saying pickleball or golf? I'm not sure of it. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, because I'm used to racquetball, and racquetball, you just belt it. So in pickleball, it's a soft game. And they call them smashers. I was a smasher for the longest time until I watch a lot of YouTube. And on YouTube, it's like, don't smash it. Both. Yes. We would have so much fun, Pam. We would have so much fun in golf and pickleball and bowling. Hey, Levon. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing my weekly check-in with everyone. I was just talking about pickleball and how Larry and I did, and what I'm going to do to improve it. Hey, Tina, nice to see you on here. Anyway, so I did notice, because I have my shoulder injury and my groin, I did notice that bodybuilding does help me sort of build up. So I did a ton of push-ups and a ton of pull-ups for my shoulder. I did some weight training, weight training on my legs. I kind of do a combination on Tuesday and Thursday now, where I'm doing upper body and lower body, and it seemed to have helped. Like, I probably do. Hey, Pam. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get my glasses. You'll see the little round things in my eyes now. Got around. McCullough is coming in tonight. Love you. Oh, tell him I said hi, and kick him for me, would you? You probably will anyway. Oh, give him a hug. That's what okay. Hey. Okay. See you. And give Kenny a hug for me too, and everybody. If I don't know if Lisa's gonna be there, but big hug. Big hug. Okay. So anyway, I noticed, so I usually do, when I do my push-ups, okay, they're girl kinds right now, but I do about 100. No, 200 I did. I did about 200. And then pull-ups are probably, 45 or so. So it keeps my arms pretty strong, but it does feel like it feels a little better. I was okay lifting, but it was a little hard doing it above my head. So I am doing more stretching, sort of a yoga format, to where I go down and like stretch everything out, and I really feel that my groin muscle is tight. So that, I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to keep working at it. I don't see myself stopping. Oh, Levon, you got to get over there. You have to get over and play with us. So we'll be playing on Friday and Saturday. I have a lesson on Saturday, but Saturday's supposed to be gorgeous. So is Friday. So if you want to come out, just give me a jingle. We did go line. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys I'm line dancing now. They have such a fabulous, on Tuesdays at the Flying X, they have an instructor, $6, and then you do all this. There's probably 30 people you do. She teaches you all the steps, and then you get up there and do it. And then Thursday is the Eagles, and it's like early enough. I think they start at 4, that I'm not too tired. So anyway, Thursday at the Eagles, I probably will do that one too. I'm not sure. We'll see how tired. I'm not tired now, but it might be because I did have a 20-ounce coffee and a sugar-free Red Bull today. That might be what I've been missing. I should have had that at the tournament. I don't know. But anyway, okay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I don't have much in the RV. We're staying put. She's holding up great. I don't know what I'm going to do once it starts getting too hot. So that'll be kind of an up in the air. I don't know. Do I head back? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to take this summer off, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's happening. I'm revving up in real estate, so my realtor business. So this month, it is March. Ooh. So for March, I am down. We do what they call floor time, and you volunteer and you go in and you take any calls that have to do with people either listing or buying or whatever. And so I'm doing the full month, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm getting ready to do a mailing. I got these cute little pads now. So if you need one, let me know. I'm going to do a mailing. I think they call it farming, where you send them out to like 200 people. So I got that coming up. I'm just kind of trying to hit it full time. We made a video, and I will have a web page on Facebook. This is my private one. I do have another one that I'm converting over, and so I will be doing all my realtor videos on there. And I did talk when my friend Larry, who got me into realty, when he was having an open house, I went and did a live video shoot there, and it was fun. So I may be doing more of the. Dean was okay with it, so I may be doing more of those, and that will be on my realtor page. So things are happening. Another gentleman from the office and I thought we were getting a listing, but it didn't seem to go through. So that was exciting, you know. I'm starting to learn the business, but it's kind of a slow market right now. There's, I guess, about 300 plus houses on the market. But one thing that I thought was kind of smart, and if I had the money, I would definitely do this. If you own your house, you can turn it around, and if you're wanting to travel, or if you're wanting to sell, move out of the area or whatever. So if you're contemplating retiring at this part of your life, Lisa and Todd are kind of thinking that over. This is a good idea, okay? Because the interest rate is 6%. I think it was 7, went down to about 6.5 maybe. You could put your house up to sell and you carry the mortgage. So in other words, someone would buy your house, you carry the mortgage. They have to come up with 20% down, which on a $500,000 house is about $100,000, right? So they pay that down. They make payments to you, house payments, and then after 10 years they have to refinance, unless you want to go another 10 years. But so you're getting the income, you're getting 6.5% interest on top of that for 10 years. Now, if they default, you get everything and your house. So it's something to think about. I thought it was genius. So the way our broker described it, which I thought was pretty intelligent, and I probably need to put this out on my flyers. But let's say you're an investor, you have $1.5 million, right? You buy 3 properties for $500,000 each. You do this, you take, and you buy them straight out with cash. You take each one of those and carry the mortgage at 6.5%. You're getting a return on investment of 6.5%. Plus you're getting all of those income coming in and the 6.5%. And you're getting the 20% down. So I thought that was pretty genius. For right now in our culture, in our home buying selling market, there's a lot of ways that you can get in and make money at this point. So it's pretty exciting. I'm learning about it, but it's taken me a little while. It's still a little bit new, but I'm getting in there, guys. I am getting in there, and I'm liking my life. I'm liking it. So let's see. The only thing I have left really is my moving forward part of it, and this is what I've been kind of going through. I don't know about you guys. Do you ever, like, okay, we were talking about moving forward and how in order for you, like some people, I feel like some people get stuck, right? I was one of those people. I was one of them. I was in this place where I had been at the university 14 years working. If everybody knows me, they know I've worked on 1 million degrees. I have 2 bachelors, a minor, a master's, and now a doctorate degree. Okay. Now, I was always building to a where I could build myself into a higher position within the university, because I wanted to make more money as a woman, as a business person, I don't know. I'm ambitious. That's what we do, right? I feel like that's what we do. And so, it's funny. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I started with just, let's see, it was just a certificate. I went, my first class, it's not even a degree, it was a certificate of business, was a year business college. So I went for a year in Minnesota. I started because I was supervising on an assembly line in a manufacturing, Polaris Industries, and I was trying to climb the ladder there, right? So I started out on the line, worked my way fast into a lead position, went into supervising, and then I was trying to get into middle management to be one of the managers on the first line shift. And I got passed over for somebody who had a college degree. And so that's why I started college. I'm like, oh geez, if I'm going to get anywhere in this world, I'm going to need a 4-year degree. Well, I started out with a year business. Then I got my first, well, it's a long story. Like my girlfriend that I travel with in RVs, she goes, Kathy, you and my other friend are the most overeducated women I know. Did I tell you I also became an EMT and a first responder? Because they didn't have them on the ship. So I drove ambulance for about 5 years. I think I'm a knowledge seeker. That's it, knowledge seeker. Okay, so then I went into, I'm telling you this because I think it's kind of funny looking back on my life. It's kind of a little bit funny. And I know my husband probably thought, oh my gosh, is she ever going to stop? Anyway, I know my friend Gracie said, oh my gosh, are you done yet? Anyway, my first degree was business, Bachelor of Business. I think it was management. My second degree, because I went into business management, you had to get, one of the classes was you had to study a culture or you had to do the language. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going into business. It makes sense to learn Japanese. right? So back then, we were Japanese were predominant in business, and the manufacturing plant I was at, we were doing these quasi type formulas from Japan on how to make everything super efficient, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to get a Japanese. I need to learn Japanese. Well, then I got hooked on Japanese. So I went, I studied Japanese for 3 years, and then my career guy said, and then I'm like, maybe I want to do something internationally. So she's like, if you're going to do that, you got to study abroad. So I went to Japan for a semester. Thank the Lord my husband agreed to it. And 3 kids, right? So I went there for a semester, and because of that, I got a second bachelor's degree in Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Foreign Affairs, with a minor in International Commerce. Okay, so I applied for an embassy position. It didn't go anywhere, so I'm like, okay, I guess it's business for me. So I went ahead and decided, well, maybe I need to get an MBA. So I had to take testing and all that. Was having a hard time. I got into the program, but it was kind of an odd, I can't even explain it, but the criteria was not what I wanted to do. So I went into a master's of learning and development. So I got a master's in learning and development, and I'm like, well, maybe I want to stay at the university. So that I went into that. I did some teaching at a master's level. Then I'm like, okay, applied for jobs as a head of a business. The business head of a college is basically, you're over the financial structure in the business. I was a senior accountant by that time. I was moving up, but very slowly. Like, I had been an accountant for, I don't know, 14 years. And I never really liked accounting. I like overseeing the business sector. I like being with people, that kind of thing. So at that point, I'm like, no, I'm still not getting, I need a doctorate, right? So I was in the university. I'm like, you might as well get your doctorate. There's one in higher education leadership. So I'm like, that would apply. Bingo. So 6 years later, so I got that one, still applied for jobs, didn't get anywhere. I'm like, you know what? I'm stuck. So that's my moving forward story. That's how I started. I was like, I am stuck. I am stuck, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy in this job. I've got all the degrees I need, because when you're at a college, university, it's only $5 a credit. Why not keep getting them? So I'm like, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I am stuck. I'm unhappy. My husband had passed away partway through my doctorate degree, and I was pretty miserable. I was trying to work through grief, and I don't know. Looking back, you're just kind of in this daze of weirdness and shock and making a new life for yourself, and I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I was just stuck. Like, I'm not happy. And so I did this influencer challenge. It was a 21-day challenge where you go on to Facebook. That's why I'm still doing this, for 100 days straight. And you make a video every day. They give you kind of a list to go from, but through all of that, a lot of you on here, and we built this sort of challenge that I was going to start doing, 21-day challenge, to help other people move forward with their life. So I ended up, through all of that, deciding I was going to semi-retire and buy an RV, and I flipped my house, and that all came to tuition. Don't judge me. I'm not an English major. Anyway, so then you guys all know I traveled. That was my RV study. I traveled last year to try and find where I belonged. Went to Florida, ended up back here, and it's been a pretty fantastic winter. But again, I am once again feeling a little bit stuck. I don't know, so I'm doing the real estate. I studied, got the real estate license, and I'm still moving with that. But I've been following this guy that says once you expand your highs, he's doing a lot of meditating. He's doing a lot of inner work, inner child work, I guess you could say. I don't know. How at my age am I still working on the inner child stuff? I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like God's working on me again. I feel like, and I've been alone for 7 years now, and I keep thinking I need to meet someone, I want to date, those kinds of things, and it was bugging me. And it was almost a weird thing that I just figured out lately, that it was almost a need instead of me being fulfilled in that way of my life. So I almost, because it was like, I thought through it, there's a lot to it, but I thought through it. I'm like, why am I not okay 100% in my own energy, in my own space, by myself? Why do I feel like I'm not fulfilled if I'm not married or I don't have a relationship? Because that's the way I kept thinking. Well, if I had this and I could, I'd be fulfilled, and then blah. But that's not it. So I've been working through this. And it's been pretty amazing. A pretty amazing turn of events where I'm just really discovering a lot of meditation, honestly, and a lot of what God wants for me to do. But part of it is doing these videos. And one of the guys I follow, Aaron, he's pretty inspiring. Like, he had, I think he said ADHD. He just talks about all the drugs the doctors had him on. And I think he was smoking weed quite a bit to help him sleep because the drug kept him. It was just this cycle. And following him, like, he's pretty remarkable. He said he started doing videos and it helped him figure out all this stuff. And he also had this sort of this nature about him that he needed somebody in his life to be fulfilled. And so I've been following that. It's pretty interesting. I will put a link. I think I put it before. It's pretty incredible how we go through stages of our life. And honestly, I don't feel like if I wasn't alone right now, I would be going through this much development. So wherever God is leading me, my higher power is God. Yours might not be, but mine is. He's leading me. I'm really going through a whole lot of development right now. He's healing me and taking me to some other place. I don't know where. So anyway, there goes my light. Oh, I don't know what happened to that. It's been like blinking on and off for a while. So, oh, there it is again. So that's what's happening. I'm moving forward again. And so what this Aaron said he did is he actually went on YouTube and he did a video every day. And that is it's really good for you. It's really good for you if you're developing, if you're going through even if you're not. I don't know, but I'm a talker, so maybe it's not for everyone, but I feel like it has been very good for me. Very good. So anyway, that's what I'm going through right now. I'm meeting lots of new friends here, and it's been very, very good for me. But I seem to be moving in a new direction again. When he did a video a day every day, he said he took off, and he's doing tremendous work now. So we'll see. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I don't. You got to just make yourself. But I always did so much better with my self-esteem. Isn't it strange? And just feeling good about myself and like feeling like fulfilled. I think that was it when I was doing these videos every day. So maybe that is my calling. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing it. If I'm not, if something feels like it's missing, or I talk through it, I don't know. I also have been really gotten back to scripture and studying and my daily devotions and really growing my spirituality again. I don't know. I've had this really weird anxiety going on in me, and well, I actually kind of know why, because I started sort of dating again, and it's a strange avenue. A strange avenue. I've discovered many things about myself when this happened, that I got kind of attached kind of quick, and I'm like, oh my gosh, who are you? Who are you? Okay. Hey, Connie. Nice to see you. And Bill's watching. Ooh, nice to see all you guys on here. This might be a good time. I don't know if I'll do it. Maybe still once a week on here. But YouTube, I think I need to do every day. Every day. See what happens. I think I'm going to be working on the steps on moving forward, and just sort of one thing, even just on dating and like being alone and single, I keep thinking, why do I feel like I need a relationship? What is that inner need in me? Is it a need, or is that normal? Or, and why do big hugs feel so good? Like oh my gosh, the guy I was dating had the best hugs in the world. I mean, it was so incredible. And there's a guy at pickleball that gives you big hugs. I mean, it's great. When we go to our reunion, we get big hugs. What is it? I want to do some research on big hugs, on hugs. Why? And that's another thing, like, as a person who's gone through quite a bit, and self-development, and really actually been very humbled after I lost my husband and went through the whole grief. It changes your life forever. And I have more compassion for others, especially if they're going through it. But I give more hugs now, and I'm much more compassionate. I'm much more open to listening to others. Even like, I've even noticed that in real estate. Like, when I'm talking to people, I always take time to really find out their story, because man, you never know what people have gone through or what they need. It's incredible. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my Wednesday. It's cold in here. I think I think it might be in the 40s. I'm not gonna, I know, Pam, that's horrible. Pam left though. And my son always gets mad at me when I say that, because he's usually in the teens or something. But I made the decision to not do that again. And today is very cold, and it did hail in our area, but we are getting better. Okay, guys. Well, much love to you all. Big hug. Big hug. Hope to see you at the reunion, all our EM peeps. I am thinking of all of you, and I do love y'all, and you're not going to get rid of me anytime soon. Okay, you have a super rest of your week. I'm going to be praying for all of you, and much love. Bye.